We're live. We just decided to go live. Day 2 of the draft here, rounds 2 through 7. There's kind of fucking chaos. Before we get into the draft stuff, there have been a few big time trades. I want to start with someone that hits home for you. How do you feel about the Kevin Hayes to Pittsburgh?
So I didn't even see. Was there any retention or no?
I don't think so.
Internet fun. If there's no retention, that concerns me. Decent amount. Yeah, that's a good chunk of change. I don't have any issue with the player. Like, I think him as a third line center works out really well for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but I don't know how you're going to fill out the rest of the team when you are trying to find some way to replace Jake Gensel. So, no, I don't really like it on the surface. Like the fit, don't like the money. Are you with me?
Yeah, but not really. I mean, this didn't take long at all. Like, my life was just a big joke.
All right, so you'll be back on in a second. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, to expand on that, though, Pittsburgh Penguins basically did the Steve Yzerman trade, where a player was shipped off with a second for future considerations. And I don't feel great about it. So to recap for you, Z, like the player in the fit, money is a big problem. Big problem. If you are correct, there's no retention. And hey, we still have cap friendly. We still have cap friendly for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like a week or something, but let's see if it's on here already. No. Oh, yeah, they do. They are actually updating it. Oh, his money's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Did Philly retain a shit ton when they sent him out?
They may have. I don't even remember.
I take it back. I'm a big fan now. 3.5 for 2 years. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Kevin Hayes makes for a great third line center. I actually love this now. Forget everything we said. All right. Episode starts now. Ask me again. Do I like the trade?
All right. How do you feel? Kevin Hayes.
Feel fucking
to
great.
Pittsburgh for nothing.
Love it. No,
yeah.
They were paid to take him.
Yeah, literally. They were actually
We love this. We love this.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Joshua? And, I mean, okay, the next trade to talk about. Let's go with Cosgrove here. Logan Thompson traded 30 minutes before his autograph signing at the draft, which is such a Vegas, gutless, don't give a shit what your story is view. But also got to that end, thank Activate A, Reaper Jones, Cosgrove here himself, and Sean, apparently there's another Sean, for all the donations last night, plus Kyle Grant becoming a member. You guys all rock so hard. I'm sure there'll only be like 6 people on today, but last night was a fantastic showing. So thank you, everyone, for jumping in.
Let's see. Before we do any more trades here, Minnesota's on the clock.
Oh, all right.
Very curious to see where the direction they go here. They're still like.
So
Luke
who are the guys you like on the board right now? Who are the guys you want them to take?
Well, Luke Misa should have gone late first, early second. Again, the only reason he didn't. Yeah, he's there. Kiviharju still on the board. And they take Kiviharju. What a fucking pick. That is unbelievable.
That's my draft son.
I mean, that's phenomenal.
Kiviharju and Wayne. Let's fucking go. There's no way.
3 for 3.
They got Kiviharju in the 4th. This is the best. This is the best day ever. I got to make a graphic for him now. Oh, all right. Well, tell the people, Z, what they need to know about this small stallion that they call Aaron Kiviharju.
Yeah, so Kiviharju, I mean, coming into this season was projected as top 10 likelihood. Again, the big knocks on him are always going to be that he's an undersized left shot defenseman. A lot of his game's predicated on like the offense. And I mean, even like 2 years ago, he was in the conversation to like be challenging a guy like Celebrini for first overall. Like that's how good this kid is. Went to the Holinka 2 years ago as like a double underager, ripped apart that tournament for Finland. And then, had a so-so year last year. And then he comes in to his draft season, gets hurt pretty early on after a move to HIFK. And he barely played at all this year. Didn't really show much of the upside that we've all seen for so long when he was healthy. And then he comes back at the end of the year, had an okay U18s, maybe not anything was going to jump off the page. But, I mean, it's just a lot of this was out of his control. Just like the injury really, really set him back a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this year. I would imagine he's going to have a monster bounce back year. But, I mean, again, yes, he's undersized. And he's slight, and there are times where he can get knocked off the puck. At the same time, when you look at his offensive abilities, the upside is just through the roof. He's flashed some game-breaking offensive abilities from the blue line. Looks so good at the blue line with the puck, power play quarterback, and he's one of the smarter defensemen in this draft. So I would imagine he's going to hit next season really fucking determined to make up for this past year. After losing so much time. But I love this pick. I mean, that's a home run in the fourth fucking round. Cause I mean, most of us still had him close to the first round. I had him just outside of mine. So the fact that they're walking away so far with their 3 picks of Zeev Buium, Ryder Richie, who we'll talk about soon, and Aaron Kiviharju in 4 rounds is absolutely outrageous. And to get him, all they had to do was give up a guy like Vinny Lettieri back to the Bruins, which is literally where he was before, and move back a couple spots. They also pick up Jacob Lauko. I fucking love Lauko. So, like, when you look at what Billy Guerin and, like, the Minnesota Wild really were looking to have, really what they lost when they got rid of guys like Dewar and Duhaime, it's just that physicality, energy, high pace. And Lauko has some sneaky skill too. He can score. So you're kind of getting like another version of Brandon Duhaime. I mean, we saw fucking Duhaime fight him and Dewar fight him this year. So back-to-back games. But Lauko is an instant fan favorite. Like, everyone's going to fucking love this kid. That's the way he plays. His personality is incredible too. He's very, very funny. So, I mean, this is Judd Brackett's at it again. And again, you also add a guy like Jacob Lauko. I love this. So quite a draft so far.
Is it too early for me to say that this is already my favorite Judd draft?
Nope, you could say it.
This is insane. Two guys that were huge values based on your big board. Like, what, you had Buium at like 6 or 7, I think, and then you had Richie at 31. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I love this.
Man, it's all coming together. I love it when a plan comes together. My internet is just not wanting me to do anything good or productive. This is crazy.
That's
but
clear.
It's great. Again, I still can't believe that that's a good pick from Nashville. Luke Misa is still on the board. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, it's asinine.
Well, when do we pick next?
Actually, not sure.
Who would you rather the Wild have taken there, Kiviharju or Misa?
I mean, I think just given when you look at their positions and how much time Kiviharju missed, I probably would have leaned Misa. I still love his upside too. And again, like, every time I talk about him, I have to mention, like, his ability to think and play at an elite speed is insane. Like, again, Mississauga was a very average team in the OHL this year. He ripped apart the OHL. He's an undersized centerman, which is always going to give him knocks. But even if he's playing on the wing, I don't think it matters. Like, he plays so fast. Again, like, dynamic playmaking. He can score goals himself. I love the kid. So
Wild have
surprise
two
again.
They're like 15 picks away from having 2 shots at him. It could happen. Well, let's talk then. Or do you want to get into trade stuff first? I just figured.
I feel like we got
you haven't really talked about Ryder Richie yet.
Okay, yeah. So Ryder Richie, another phenomenal pick, should have gone the first round. Last year, he was the WHL Rookie of the Year. He is a phenomenal transition forward. He can score goals himself. He's dynamic playmaking, like power play. Watch out. Do not give him time and space. Loves to attack downhill. Plays a really flashy, smooth give and go game. And he's become a lot more physical over the last 2 years. Like he's laid some big time hits. So he's kind of, for me, somewhat similar to like a probably a higher upside at this time anyways, like in his development, like an Adam Beckman. Again, now you're looking at a right shot right winger who's a legit sniper. He can play fast. So again, the Minnesota Wild, I emphasize in the transition game again. And I think it's just a phenomenal pick. Again, I had him first round for sure. The year didn't go as well as we would have expected from him, but I mean, like at the Holinka last year, he showed like hands and skills that were on par with a guy like Berkeley Catton. So there is tremendous upside with this guy. He's an ankle breaker. Again, phenomenal transition. And when he starts attacking downhill, it's scary. Like he's going to get to the net. He's going to score. So love the bet on that pick. The fact they got him the second round where they did is great.
Do you think that was part of his pre-draft interview process? Like, how many pucks are you willing to shoot in their driveway in the summer?
Yeah. How many do you have? Do you have multiple homes? Do you have a vacation home? Do they both have driveways? Do they have nets in both driveways? Are you rifling pucks? Do you know Adam?
Correct answer is no.
All
right.
Oh my God, the Panthers got one of my favorites with the last pick of the fourth round, Seimone Zether.
Oh yeah, you
God
were big
damn
on
it.
him. One of the Swedes.
God
of the
damn it.
Swedes.
They just got like the poor man's Anton Lundell. God, that sucks.
But still, Misa slides. Also, how did we not talk about this guy in the in the all name team discussion? Alexander Suryatsky.
Oh, I know. I think it was just so far down the page. Yeah. And I mean, since we're talking, we could keep going on draft. I love what Pittsburgh's up to. Those first two picks.
Sell me, dude. Sell me.
So Harrison Brunicky, again, my buddies over at EP had him in their first round, right around 24, 25. So Cam Loops, after all the moves they made last year to make a run for the Mem Cup, and then they lose all of them, like Stankoff and Zellweger, Masters, Bankier. They lost everybody. They pretty much relied on Brunicky to do a little bit of everything. He's a smooth skating right shot defenseman, a high-end power play quarterback. Really, really fucking good with the pucks. Super deceptive. And again, like the transition defense is solid. So I think he gives you a little bit of everything, but his calling card is that ability to move pucks up the ice and then be an offensive threat. Like he's made some people look silly at the blue line. He's awesome. He's got size too. He's capable of playing physical. So that's a home run pick for me, especially where they got him. And then was it Tanner Howe? I mean, we've talked about him before.
We've talked about him. Yeah.
He's fucking awesme.
I really
those two picks right there were phenomenal.
Go for him. I thought Chicago would go for him. How?
I know. Reunite them, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, Tanner Howe, like
maybe
again, he's just been on a very average Regina team. Yeah, maybe that was it. They didn't necessarily play together, even when like all that much when Bedard was there. So like a lot of the commentary on him was, oh, well, how much that's Bedard? It's like, well, he's not really playing that much with Bedard anyways. So he can create offense for himself. He's got an absolute cannon, and he's got dynamic skill. I love Tanner Howe. He's a great player.
Now, tell me though, because Harrison Brunicky taken 12th pick in the second round, 13th in the second round was Ryder Richie. Which player would you rather have?
I like the upside in Richie more. Oh, Oscar. Oh my God, Carolina. They do this. They're so good at this. This is like Carolina. I don't know why more teams aren't following their model of just trading
dude,
back, collecting late picks. Oscar Vuillet, undersized winger, but dynamic skill, dynamic
also
playmaking, like
best amateur jersey out there. I guess they're pro.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Shalev, dude, that jersey. Wow.
Yeah. God, Carolina's unbelievable at this, man.
Dude, we're on Misa watch.
I like, once again, this is year 4 in a row, just loving their draft.
Well, let's go to that then, because here was the pick that you made before anything started today. You preordained it. You're like, yeah, I don't care that Carolina traded out of the first. They are going to get Nikita Hartmanov, and sure as shit they did. And this is a guy that you had as a first-round talent.
Yeah, I mean, at Smart Scouting, I think we had him there. We were by far the highest. We had him 11. I mean, he put up 23 points in 58 or 54 KHL games. That is absurd for a draft eligible player. Can play right wing, left wing, doesn't matter. Just such a good shot. He's also just a dynamic playmaker as well. Like really, really high offensive upside. Not the biggest kid in the world, but my God, can he play physical too? Gets to the inside ice, super smart, great vision. And again, because he's a Russian, he's going to go later than he should. And once again, Carolina, they trade out of the first round. And I told you the other stream, I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're going to get him in the second round. It really doesn't matter. He's going to be sitting there. They're going to be happily taking him. Like, they must be like laughing whenever these teams are making trades with them. Oh my God, Luke Misa's still on the board.
He's still there, dude. I'm on the watch right now. This is something. Okay, do we want to talk a little bit then while we wait for that to unfold? First one here, again, Logan Thompson traded 30 minutes before his autograph signing at the draft. Thoughts on this? Seems a little weird for Vegas. If you're even here with
you'd think so. Yeah, I'm here still. My internet really doesn't want to be here. That's funny. It's like, I hate this. Oh my God, he's still on the fucking board. This is crazy. I mean, just classic Vegas. But what if they went and immediately then traded Trevor Connolly for Askarov? Like, didn't even give Connolly 24 hours as a Vegas Golden Knight prospect. They just immediately flip him.
Do you think that would be a good trade?
For a Scar, that'd be so funny. Not at all.
And then the other one that we like, this is like several moves. This is like checkers. Sergachev to Utah, which like there's way more that went into this. First, there was Marino going to Utah, which am I crazy for saying that Tampa comes out ahead on that? Like, just like the Marino for like the dollar comparison and like what Marino brings, I think I'd rather have Marino personally.
Yeah, I like Marino a lot. I mean, like,
I loved him before.
Did he get hurt this year too?
Idiot moron Ron Hextall sent him away.
Yeah. I mean, Utah clearly does not want to be bad at all, but like, it's like those are two beyond established defensemen, like top 4 defensemen. Like, you get Sergachev, who literally gives you everything, assuming he stays healthy. I can't believe they just signed that ticket too. So you also got him locked up for a long time.
Yeah.
And again, I think if he stays healthy and can get back to what he was doing when he signed, that's not a bad contract to add, especially when considering the fact that they literally have so much room. And they had John Marino. So like, I love what they're up to. Like, I was wondering what they would do with all those fucking picks. By the way, we are 1 pick away from Minnesota, and Luke Misa is still on the board. If New Jersey takes him, he's such a New Jersey Devil too. That would suck.
Ooh.
I'm just like anxiously awaiting this.
What would bother you more, New Jersey snagging him before us, or him getting to us and not selecting him?
I don't know.
I feel like it's the latter for me. Like, I'd be really bummed to watch him not be picked.
Oh my God, he's available. He's there. He's available.
Here we go. Misa watch.
I mean, they also have this pick, then Florida picks, and Minnesota picks again. So,
well, Florida will take him. You just know that's how it would work.
Yeah, of course. I love what they've been doing too. I'm really curious to see who they're going to take here. Oh, okay. They did not take him. They take a massive fucking Russian defenseman. Or not Russian, Jesus. Finnish. 6'3", 190, Sebastian Seimone. Yeah, he's a
bottom.
I like him. He's like pretty stay-at-home, physical guy. I mean, traditional Finnish defenseman with size. Like, he's just gonna like crush guys. So not a bad pick. Now we'll see what Florida does here. The Minnesota picks again.
Okay, who else is in this range that, like, let's say Misa goes to Florida or the Wild just do not want Misa? Who are some other guys in this range that you would have your eye on? I'm pre-coping.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a couple of I want to say actually, let me make sure that some of these guys haven't been taken. They could take a big swing. I've talked about him. I don't remember if I talked about him yesterday or if it was during the last show. I would be so curious if they took a fucking flyer on the very undersized Swedish center, Alexander Zetterberg. Again, elite top 10 playmaker in this draft, but like he's like 5'8", 160 maybe. But like torches every competition he plays in. He's so fun to watch. It's just like, God, that's scary. Oh yeah, another one that I'm surprised hasn't gone yet. Poirier, or did he get taken? Did someone take Justin Poirier?
I thought he got taken. Yeah, in the 4th.
He may have. Yeah, I mean, probably did.
I'll spot check you. I might be wrong. I'll check the 3rd. Oh, Chicago gets John Mustard, those dogs.
I know. I saw it too. Like, fuck.
I have no idea how good of a hockey player he is. I'm obsessed with the name.
He's very good. That's a really good player.
Dude. Kasper Pikkarainen. What a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I think he might still be out there. Also, Florida is low-key picking up some great names.
No, they're having a very good draft, by the way. Like, really, really, really.
For a team that has 0 draft capital, they're doing pretty okay. No, dude, I think Poirier is still there, too.
So that'll be an interesting one. This feels like the right time for him to go.
So sell me on, like, him versus Misa. Like, why would you pick one versus the other?
Well, Poirier is up there with like Yzerman in terms of goal scoring. I mean, he was like averaging right around a goal per game in the queue.
Well, okay. So that's like talking about Dean Letourneau playing high school in Ontario. Like,
okay, yep. God damn it. Again, with him, he's like 5'8", like he's super undersized, but he is a bull. Like he is super physical. The foot speed's always gonna be a problem, but like the goal scoring is undeniable. Like, I mean, he's going up against these giants and still like just getting around them and tucking. Like he can score from distance, he can score from in tight, really creative, low key playmaking game too. This again, like this feels like the right time to take a swing on a guy like that too. Like again, one of the best goal scorers in the draft. Best, I think. I want to say he's either the best goal scorer in the history of the Q, or he's up there. Like he's definitely top 5, just like his record. Seattle moves in front, so they take the Florida pick there.
That's gonna be Misa.
That screams Luke Misa, yeah. Oh no, Clark Caswell. That's a really fucking good pick too. All right, Minnesota's on the clock here. Still got Luke Misa, Poirier.
Who did they take?
Seattle, Clark Caswell. Really, really good player.
Oh. And after this, we just have one more pick in the 6th.
Dude. I'm trying to remember.
Misa or Poirier. Honestly, I want Poirier because Isha will lose his mind.
I'm curious to see. Did he already go? Did Julius Mietnin go? Oh, whoa. They take a goalie. I was wondering if they would take a goalie.
Hey, talk to me about him because I know nothing about Chase Wutsky. Or Wutsky.
I mean, the goalies, I don't know. I mean, I know he was. Let me pull up his numbers. Red Deer Rebels, decent numbers this year. He was pretty good. He was actually really fucking good for them in the playoffs. But in terms of like actual analysis on the goaltending, I'm not gonna be able to give you a ton.
Like, did your group, the smart scouting, did they like rank goalies at all or not really?
Josh is our only guy that does goalies. Let me see if he.
Like, yeah, where'd he have him slotted?
Yeah.
How many words per minute are you rocking over there? Damn.
Your boy can type. That's all I got going.
Autographs. Class act.
But yeah, I mean, Brizgalov's son's still on the board, baby. John Whipple for Detroit. That's another good pickup.
Wait, Brizgalov's kid is on. Oh, no, that's right. I saw someone else. I saw a different name that I recognized. Chase Pietola. Talk to me for Pittsburgh.
Couldn't tell you. Don't know much about him either.
Bummer.
This is this part of the draft where I'm not going to have probably a whole lot. But John Whipple for Detroit is real good.
Except for the guys sliding.
William Mick Isaac. I think that was an all-name team. Do you know who my father is?
Next year,
automatically love the pick. Automatically love the pick. Automatically
love better next year with the. Do you know who my dad is?
I know.
You could have had a way more expensive list.
Oh, seriously. Chase Wutsky would have made the goofball category.
Wait. On NHL, they have it listed as William, like normal, like capital W, and then the rest lower.
I know. All caps. Keep doing that.
Caps. I love it.
They've done that a few times.
Oh, I haven't seen that for anyone else.
I've been dying laughing every time too. I'm like, why are they doing what the fuck?
Yeah, John Whipple made it a little further than I expected. Well, there you go. Future Gopher. I think soon to be Gopher. I think he's joining them next year. Goes to Detroit. Pray for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, purely for spelling, that New Jersey pick, VT Luhivara.
Yeah,
Luhivara. That's quite the one.
We can go through a couple of the previous rounds because there have been some picks where I was just sitting there like, oh my God. So we actually talked about him briefly either this past week or the week before. The Ottawa Senators taking Gabriel Eliasson at 39th is out fucking outrageous. So
like, where should he go?
Right, like maybe not like 5th round probably. I mean, it's tough because like So he is. So again, this is a 6'7" left shot defenseman who very well may be the most angry, violent, mean prospect that we've seen who's like actually going to get drafted. Like there's always those guys in random leagues that are just like, they're not going to be drafted in the NHL, but they are just out there to kill people. But like this guy's got legit draft pedigree, but he is again 6'7", unbelievably mean. Every time he steps over the boards, he's looking to lay someone the fuck out. And like he is dirty. But again, decent enough mobility for a guy at that size. He was gonna get drafted. 39 is insane. The fact that that team is potentially in the future going to roll out a decor with both him and Tyler Clevin is outrageous. Like those are two of the most violent individuals in the that are going to be in the NHL, and I would die if they were playing the same fucking team pair. But it's a crazy pick. Like that one was insane. Like Ottawa clearly has a type. But they also made up for it in round 4 though with Blake Montgomery. He's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Let me see here.
Are there any teams in particular that you want to talk about as having incredible or questionable drafts? I mean, I feel like San Jose is a given, but oh my God, dude, some of the names for them, like, let me just read this list for you real quick, because it's a lot of names that you were a fan of. Their first 4 picks: Macklin Celebrini, Sam Dickinson, Igor Chernishev, and Leo Saline Wallenius. That seems like a pretty solid first 4 picks.
Yeah, that's a real nice piece of business. I got to pull up NHL.com on Google Chrome because it doesn't work in any other site. By the way, whoever redid the NHL site, fire them.
Terrible.
Fire them.
They
are atrocious.
The NHL should have bought Cap Friendly.
Yeah. Let me see here. I really liked another kind of a give and get where they were picking, but Anaheim, they pick up Beckett Seneke again. 3 is a big stretch, but you totally can understand the intrigue there. Like such a good player, tons of upside. Cian Solberg, love that pick for them. Lucas Pettersson early in the second round. He's another guy I had late first. Big time upside with the offense. Really, like if he really hits, he could be a potential 2C. Good two-way game, super mobile. Maxime Massé, one of the better goal scorers in the queue as well. Again, before this year started in the Holinka 2, projected top 20 pick. Foot speed's always going to be questionable, but like again, an interesting player there. Love getting him in the third round. Third round, all name team. Well, I guess honorable mention because we talked about it the week before, but Ethan Precision, center for North Bay. Terrence Smith, real fucking good defenseman for Everett and WHL, and Alexander Blay, another center. He's a bit on the small light, but like super dynamic skill. He's a burner. So I love what they've done so far.
Yeah. Chicago.
Calgary's made a couple sneaky, really fucking good picks. Like Andrew Basha in the second round. Love that pick. Jacob Battaglia. Yeah. Henry Muse at 74 is incredible value. Like that's another guy probably should have gone mid-second, I'd say.
A year ago, we were talking about him being fringe top 10.
Yeah, he was one of the first defensemen off the board a year ago. And then I just look at Carolina, and it's just the most Carolina draft of all time. Dominic Bedenka, classic. Really fucking good. Tons of upside there. Nikita Artemonov, same thing. Noel Franzen at 69th. I'm going to die. Like, again, like just a monster year in Sweden as an offensive defenseman. Such a good transition game. Right up their alley. Suryatsky, another Russian kid. Big defenseman from Magnitogorsk. A lot of upside there. And then Oscar Vuolet, a dynamic playmaker, one of the best playmakers and offensive forwards in the playing in the J20 this year, like eviscerated that league points wise, has been doing that as a double underage or two. So obviously, of course, Carolina doing their thing. Let me see. Florida's got 3 fucking solid players. They take another one of my first round guys, Linus Eriksson at 58th. Such a good player. Matvei Shervin, big fucking stay-at-home defenseman, Russian kid, looked phenomenal in the KHL this year in his 11 games. Like, was playing up to 15 minutes a night, shutting down some of the best forwards of the KHL. And they get one of my boys, Seimone Zether, like a poor man's Anton Lundell, but he's got some serious offensive upside. Played all SHL this year and looked so good in a bottom 6 role. Love what they've done there for those 3 picks.
We got to talk about the one that's really set the standard for drafting in recent years. And it's funny because I just realized how few picks they have. And real quick, Z, type me like 1 or 2 sentences in our private chat for Kiviharju so I can get a post up. But the Dallas Stars, they have 3 picks. And they've only been able to use 1 so far because the other 2 are in the 5th and the 7th. But a guy that you have talked about a decent amount, and he's a guy that you kind of had as a fringe first, second, that they took at 29th overall, Emil Hemming. So we can all just assume that he's going to be like winning a Calder Trophy. He's going to be like one of the top picks that everyone looks back and says, why didn't we take him sooner?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I was just talking about Calgary. They pick up Luke Misa in the fucking 5th round. What a goddamn pick. 150th overall. A plus pick. That's incredible. But yeah, no, Emil Hemming, I can totally understand Dallas making that pick. For me, he was early 2nd, but I mean, you're looking at a big right shot, right winger. He is an absolute sniper. He can score from distance. He looked phenomenal from like the Holinka, where Team Finland was a very average team. He was pretty much their only standout that tournament last year. Goes into league play in the U20 in Finland, rips apart that league, gets called up to the Finnish Liga, scores in his first game. I think he had 3 goals in his first 5 games, looked more than comfortable, played a top 6 role there. Looked all right. The World Juniors for Finland and the U18s, again, no one for Finland really jumped off the page, the U18s. You saw flashes a little bit from everybody, but he does fit kind of that Dallas mold of like, they've kind of gone the route of picking up guys like Logan Stankoven previously, but now they get like a little bit of size on their wing. He can skate well enough. Like, I don't think it's going to be like a problem, but there's always going to be a question mark there. But again, the goal scoring's no joke. He's shown that he can do it against men in Finland. And he's played really well there. So I won't be surprised if that pick ends up being a solid pick for them. And now here we go. Let's see what Boston does this time.
Are there any other Ontario high school kids in the draft?
Yeah. So like the 2 picks Boston's made so far, again, the only reason I was so down on this is because I had other players that I was like, please take that guy. The guy they took, what's his face? Elliot Greenwald or whatever. That's a really good pick. A good, like, big, super mobile, solid defensively, left shot defenseman. He's going to play. Like, he's very projectable. So it's not a bad pick at all. It was more so just the fact that I have other guys. Yeah, no, again, my thing was like Lucas is sitting right there. Yeah. But I mean, still a good pick. And again, same thing with fucking like if Letourneau hits, like,
yeah. The pictures of him and Blackburn, electric. Did you not see that?
I know. So yeah, did you? Well, then fucking Pete edited it, so he looked just as tall. He's like fake news. So I was dying. I fucking love Pete. He's a beauty.
He would be a fun one to get on here.
Mm-hmm. He would do it too. He's the man.
Do it. We'll just talk about how tall Dean Letourneau is for a half hour.
Who are they gonna take here? Take one of my Swedes. Take one of my Swedes. Come on. Those are my boys. Give me poor man Felix Ungersorum and Zachy Crooks. Why not? Okay, they take a big center from the OJHL. There you go. OJHL. They did it again. A big center. All right, whatever. Take the center. That's fine.
Hey, organizational needs, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you think they would trade for Charlie Stramel?
They would give up everybody. That's so fucking funny.
So I got to ask, because I know you were very, very down in your feels. last night for the first round about the scumbaggery of the Montreal Canadiens. They get two guys that you loved. Ivan Demidov, number 2 on your big board. Michael Hage, I think he was mid to late teens on your board, right? Or was he even better than that?
Yeah, 16 or 17, I think.
But then they follow it up with a Panther pick, Atos Koivu.
The Sun. Kind of love it just for that. My buddy from Smart Scouting.
Is it just to show up the Calgary Flames that they couldn't do it?
I know, right? Probably.
What do you think about the rest of the draft, though? Like Koivu on through a name that I'm not even going to try and pronounce out of Latvia. Like, have they had a good draft, or was it just first round all upside and then the rest of it's like meh?
I think automatically, no matter who they take after taking Demidov and Haig in the first round, like they're gonna be like the worst grade you could possibly give them is like a B+. Like if they the rest of their draft sucks. But I mean, Atos Koivu is legit. Like I think 70 may have been a tad early for my liking, but again, like a really solid 2-way center with size. Defensively, he's fine, and then he does have some sneaky skill. I think he plays a pretty projectable game. Like. Probably would have been more comfortable closer to like 90 maybe, but like still totally understand the pick. And I love like the Koivu connection there, obviously. Logan Sawyer, same thing. BCHL kid, played for Brooks. It's always tough to evaluate that league, especially the Brooks Bandits, because they torch that league every fucking year. But he's another solid 2-way guy with legit offense. And then you get Owen Protz, stay at home, big defenseman for Brantford in the OHL. Tyler Thorpe's going to be an interesting one. That is a massive right winger for Vancouver on the WHL. He flashes some real high-end skill, but he's also super physical. He's mean, so I don't hate that pick at all. And then they take a goalie here in the 5th round. They've taken a few. I think they took 2 last year too. So like, they're like stocking up on goalies. Don't know much about him, obviously, because I don't know shit about goalies. But I think overall, you still, even if like you're not in love with the picks that they've made since the first round, again, you leave that first round with Demidov and Haig and you're ecstatic. So,
whoa, what do we got here? Polter Goose says NJ traded Holtz. I'll do some digging on that. But Z, I got to throw out one of the teams that I'm kind of watching here to potentially be a draft.
Wow, Holtz and Schmid to Vegas. For Paul Cotter in a 3rd and 25. That is a great trade for Vegas.
What?
Wow.
Am I missing something?
Wow.
Like, how does that trade make sense for New Jersey?
Great question.
Oh, and your boy Poirier just went, of course, Z. The goddamn Hurricanes.
It's fucking unbelievable. Like, it's just like, I don't even like, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, they run circles around everybody in the draft. Like, Dallas gets like the long-term hits. Sure. No, Dallas gets like the long-term hits. Carolina, in the moment, everyone that covers the draft and like knows these players from like Europe or whatever is like home run, home run, home run. They're laughing and they're just like trading back and doing it.
Man, well, here's one that I'll throw into the ring though. I don't know all of these players well enough, but their first 3 picks, I know from all of our conversations, you're very big on. So talk to me about the work that's been done by the facial hair hater, Lou Lamoriello. Obviously, the big swing there at 20, landing Cole Yzerman, who has all the upside in the world. But they followed that up with Jesse Pulkkinen, who overager, correct? But still did incredibly well this year to what you've told me. And you were telling me when we were going through our top 10 for the NCAA eligibles, Kamil Bednarik was a guy that you said is an absolute dog. And if you remember that graphic that I put together for that one, like he has the scowl of an absolute prick and I love it. He is a gamer. So talk about those two, and then the remaining two. I'm not sure I know really anything about Dmitry Gamzin or Marcus Gidlof.
Yeah. So first of all, Pulkkinen, overager. Always want to be careful about taking them too early, but he absolutely should have been drafted last year. You're talking about a fucking massive left shot defenseman, very mobile, has some serious offensive upside for a guy at that size. Like the skill that he possesses is comical. And defensively, again, super physical. Doesn't get beat wide very easily. There's a ton of upside there. Like I know a couple of my buddies over at EP, like at some in the middle of the year, even though he's an overager, had him late first round. There's just so much upside with like that mobile of a defenseman who has that skill and that size. So they took him. What was the pick?
They took him at
54.
Yep.
That feels absolutely the right range. I mean, 6'6", 220, super mobile, physical, flashes offensive skill. Like you can't really pass up on that. And again, Kamil Bednarik, such an Islanders pick, such a fucking Islanders pick, and I like it a lot. At 61, I think. Some will tell you it's maybe like 10 slots too early, but such a projectable game. Again, he plays center. He's got decent size, elite defensively, like elite, like. Tons of energy, high motor, but very, very controlled, always in the right space, always in the right spot on the ice. What?
Where's he going again? Is he BU?
He's going to BU, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And
so I mean, they'll be boys. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like, again, defensively, he can throw big hits. He blocks shots. Legitimately, like, he's the guy that, like, when the game's close, and you just need to win, just throw him over the boards. He's going to get a job done for you. Like he flashes some skill offensively. That's not really his calling card, but still put up, I think, over a point per game with the program there. He looked good at the U18s too, with 6 points in 7 games. I just finally pulled it up. It finally loaded for me. So very much an Islanders pick. And I think it's a good one in that slot, even if it maybe is a little bit early. I think he's such a projectable and likable player. I totally get the pick there. He's so smart. Again, like just defensively, just high end. And he flashes some of that sneaky skill. So I like their draft actually. I remember Josh, our Russian or our goalie guy, does like Gamzin, so that makes sense. It's interesting they went back-to-back goalies though. The Gidlof kid, he's massive. He's like he plays in Sweden, so I do know who he is. He's fucking. I think he's like 6'6", 6'7". He's fucking massive. And I know just because he plays for Lexans, aka where my boy Zachy Crooks is. I know he's a decently mobile guy. By the way, Vancouver just picked up Anthony Romani, overager. That's a real good pick in the 6th round.
There you go, Isa.
There you go. Yeah, he's fun. All right, we'll go back to the general view here. Let's see. Let me see who rounded up the 5th. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Also give this for Isha, pretty solid pick in the 3rd from what I understand from all of our conversations. Melvin Fernstrom.
Yeah, like I think again, I was curious to see if he would go higher, just given his numbers this year were a joke. Again, you know who he plays on a line with for Ebro? Alexander Zetterberg. So again, the thing with Fernstrom is the feet are just okay, but real nice hands. He can be a playmaker, but his calling card is the goal scoring. Again, another guy that can score from distance, really fucking good and tight, good along the walls, uses his size well. For me, that range where he ended up going is the right range. There were some teams I'm sure were a little bit curious, maybe too early for my liking, but 93rd overall in the 3rd round, I think that's a solid pick for them. And then I love the Anthony Romani pick in the 6th round, overager, right winger, really fun player to watch. So it's a good pickup for Vancouver. They took Riley Patterson in the 4th round too. That's not a bad pick at all.
Nice. Tell me, where did you personally have Leon Mugley ranked?
I probably had him in the 50s.
The 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Yeah, 2nd for sure. I can actually pull up where we had him at Smart Scouting, because I remember we talked about him a lot.
Okay, but getting him at 52 is good.
Yeah, another one that's going to be like depends who you ask, I guess. Like I think he played pro though in what's it called? Fucking I always say I don't know why I mix into Austria and fucking Switzerland up, but what is it? Zug he plays for. But again, very projectable game, very mobile, and there's some offensive upside there too. So I actually do like him a lot. I like that pick in the 50s. Where was he? 52? You said?
Yeah, 52.
Yeah,
I'm basically trying to sell myself. I was hoping that you'd say something different because I'm really trying to sell myself that Washington is the loser of the draft.
Oh, well, there you go. You know where we had him at Smart Scouting? 53.
So reach.
Yeah, massive reach.
Okay.
I'm reading the blurb that Alex did for Muglia. He was a big fan. He wanted him like early 40s, I think. But in that league, blah, blah, blah.
I'm curious, like, because like I've never been in like a draft war room. I've never been part of something like smart scouting. When people come together, like, is there any level of trying to push for your guys because they're your guys and the ones you've watched, or is it like fairly objective and like where you're ranking amongst all the different regions?
Yeah, I mean it's very, very objective, but like realistically, so like for example, like this year there wasn't much conversation to be had at 1, 2, 3, even 3. We had Catton, but like we like Catton more than like there was still a gap.
Sure.
Even like so like usually that range of players, whatever, everyone's pretty familiar with, even if they're not in your region. Then right around 10 is where like it starts getting interesting. And it's like if everyone's pretty much on the same page, they like their guy a lot, it's like, all right, well, where, like, who's really, really pushing and explain why? And depending on the explanation, usually someone will be like, yep, okay, that makes sense. And that guy's ahead of my guy.
Yeah.
Like for us, Artemonov had a couple strong, it's like he can't be outside the 15. Like he can't.
Fair.
Is there a trade happening? Why is it taking so long for Anaheim to pick?
They don't have a list anymore. Everyone's gone.
Dude, do you like? I feel like this is going at a good pace too. Do you remember what draft? It was the Liesel draft. That was 21. How long fucking day 2 took?
No,
I think it was Carolina that was like doing timeouts every fucking time. Remember they had the timeouts? Oh my god, that one was like 7 hours. It was fucking insane. And half the time they would take a timeout and the trade wouldn't even fucking happen. Ducks, Michael Russo, Ducks should get fined for taking a 5-minute timeout in the 6th round.
Oh, well, they traded it.
Yeah, of course, thank God. If they didn't, that I would have fucking lost my mind.
Yeah, I went to LA. We've got Poltergoose saying Mac Swanson is still there. I don't know much about Mac.
I have a couple of friends who really like him a ton. So I didn't watch a ton of him, but I know I'm trying to find. Actually, I feel like it was an article I just had up from one of our buddies. But they were going off about Max Swanson. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, so Max Swanson is also like an NHLE like god. Like anyone that does like the NHL equivalency scores or whatever would have had him like first round. Like Byron Bader put out an hour ago, like the graphics, like he's got the same, if not a little bit higher. Actually, no, these same exact scores like Andrew Basha. Again, big knock on Max Swanson is going to be the size. So,
see, is he happy or mad? The Bruins did that. With the Wild, I'm guessing. Yeah, let's talk about the trade.
Man,
they've really gotten into it. What do you think about the Lauko for Lethierry and other pieces.
Tell you when my internet comes back.
Yeah, your internet's a real problem.
Oh.
Can you hear me
again?
I've heard you the whole time.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Thoughts on the Boston and Minnesota trade? Just don't say anything about potentially doing anything to yourself.
No. Let's see. I'm gonna.
This is a real problem. All right, well, we might just be sticking around through the next. All right, he's gonna leave and come back. Here we go. Yeah, this is spot on. Whenever he has his freakouts, it is baby rage. Oh, man. Well, I don't even know what we all have represented here. Is everyone here Wild fans? Do you have another team you pull for? Let us know so we make sure we hit on your teams if we've missed any. Do we have life?
Kind of. It's going to lag again, but
no more baby rage
on the trade.
Let's talk about the trade.
Why? That's all I want. It was pretty clear that Lauko, so Lauko's a fan favorite here. Like, he's the fucking man. Also, great nickname, 94 Loco, as in the Four Locos, and he is a beauty, and that's pretty much his style, is like Four Loco rage. But like, again, bottom six, absolute fucking grinder. Like, very similar to Brandon Duhaime. And like, he went through like different periods of time throughout the year where he was getting scratched for a couple of games. Every single time he would get left out for more than like 3 or 4. First game back, he would literally try to fight everybody. And like, loves to get the crowd going, like legitimately a fan favorite. Off the ice, phenomenal personality, very active on social media, and like interacts with everybody on Twitter. Like, it's very funny. But in terms of the play style, you're getting another version of like a combo of Duhaime and Dewar. Like, there's some more refinement in his game that like Dewar would show, with the same chaos, like attitude wise, as Duhaime. Like, super, super physical, and he plays fast. So like, I feel like a lot of times on that fourth line, like the speed of Maroon would kind of like slow them down a little bit too much when he was down there playing with those two. The thing with Lauko is he's really good in transition and plays a million miles an hour. And again, just a demon on the forecheck. And every time he steps over the boards, whether he's playing like 12 minutes, whether he's getting like 6 minutes of ice time, you're getting every ounce of energy from that kid. He's fucking awesome. I love Jacob Lauko. It sucks that he didn't get more runway here.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let's talk then. We got 5 picks before the Wild are on for their last selection. Uh-oh, he's upset about something. Florida.
Not upset. Well, first of all, Columbus took the second tallest kid in the draft, 6'7", Luke Ashton out of the BCHL. Guess what? Carolina, another really fucking good Russian pick in the 6th round. Teamer Cole probably should have gone closer to like 100 or so. 6'4", mobile defenseman, shows some offensive upside, really good defensively. Shocking. There you go.
Nice. Well, two guys being asked about in the chat. First, another big one. Curious as to where 6'7" Shatan Jr. goes, as well as, do you think anyone want to take a chance on Zetterberg? Small, but he got the skills. Do you see either of them being targets for the Wild here, or who do you want to see them select?
I do. I mean, like, the thing with Minnesota right now, when I look at their past few drafts, especially, it feels like they're probably starting to veer away from taking too many of like the undersized guys with high end skill. Like, they'll take a flyer on some that are like the skill level is like undeniable or whatever. The thing with Zetterberg is just like he's 5'8", like, and not like Justin Poirier's 5'8", 190. Like Zetterberg's like 5'8", 155. I would love it if they took a flyer on him though, because I mean, again, like raw skill playmaking, he's top 10. Like he is legit, and like the vision is a joke.
Is he kind of the Servac Petrovsky swing in the 6th round here? Like same vibes or no?
No, I think Petrovsky has more of like the refined two-way game. Zetterberg is just like all offense.
Okay.
I'm still surprised about how the Petrovsky thing panned out. But I do think someone's going to take a flyer on Shatan. It's fucking huge.
So off the board now, Lang, Malovsky, and Geary. Philly's up, and then we've got our last pick.
Patrick Geary, Michigan State kid.
That's the one. Oh, but how good is he if he played with Levshunov?
Yeah. Terrible. Sucks. Philly's having a weird draft. I actually like
the bottom.
They're doing the thing where I like a lot of the players that they're taking, just not where they're taking them. Like they took Jack Berglund at 50 something, I think, 2nd round. 6'4" Swedish center, really, really solid player. Like playmaking, check. He's a decent enough defender, moves really well. It's just like, I think while there's still enough offense in there, still more like a middle 6 project type. And I think he can play center just given like the 2A game and the size, but definitely gonna need some refinement there. But like got a couple games in the SHL this year too. I like the player. It's just where they took him. They take the Russian winger Ilya Pautov. That's actually a pretty good pick. I like him. He's fun. He's got some offensive skill.
So what's the pick here? Who does Spoke Z pick right now?
God, off the top of my head, I don't even know who's still fucking there. I want to take one of my Swedes. Zachy Crooks. Poor man Felix Lundgren.
Stevie Leskovar. OHL Mississauga.
Oh, another giant fucking defenseman from the O. Fair enough. Where did he was it? Oh, God, is it Mississauga that he plays for?
Yeah, it's Mississauga.
I think it is, right?
Yeah, it's Mississauga.
Yeah, okay, it is Mississauga. Let me make sure I'm actually thinking of the right kid, because if it is, I actually like that kid. Because again, if I have any knowledge on anyone that played for Mississauga, it's because I was watching Misa. Literally. He's an overager though. So Stevie Leskovar, I think it might be a double overager. September 9th, 2004. So he would have been eligible in the what was it? Maybe last? No. Maybe 2 years ago. But so the thing with him, mean. 100 and I want to say he had probably had over 100 penalty minutes in the O this year. I think in the playoffs they played like 4 games. I think he got ejected in one of the games. I think he ended up like 10, 15 pins. He's like the offense, not gonna be a lot of that there.
Dude, on the
no
board,
nonsense, mean as fuck.
Sharks prospects, centers, wingers, defensemen, centers, Celebrini, Smith. They took it away now. Damn it. Who's the guy that they traded with Vegas for?
What?
I feel like the other guy is one that they got from Vegas, but they had some big names there and they took away the graphic really fast. That was rude of them. Selfishly for me, do you know anything about Una Väisänen?
Oh, yeah, wait.
Dubuque.
Actually, he was still there?
Yeah, he went to Pittsburgh right after.
Oh, shit.
There's a Peter Sikora from Czech, but he spells it differently. That's cool. Huh, the more you know. But yeah, okay, so sounds like you're a fan of the Una Väisänen pick for Pittsburgh. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, again, another overager. July of 2004 birthday. But I mean, like, in terms of a modern day NHL, like, defensive skill set. There we go. Got that out. He's got everything. Like, again, really mobile, good size, moves pucks, pretty good in transition, right shot D man. That's a nice pickup in the like late in the 6th.
Like that.
I think he put up pretty decent numbers for Dubuque this year too. Yeah, 53 games, 40 points, 30 pims, plus 31. So that's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, again, overager, but I mean, 6th round, take that all day. Like he plays a very, very projectable game. So I think he'll play games for sure, which is all you're asking for from a 6th round pick, really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can see if anyone has any more questions or anything they want us to talk through, but let's just give the rundown here for Minnesota Wild then. First round, which I guess I can pull up graphics again. Let me see if I can find them quick. I got to jump all around here. Forgive me. We've got first round, 12th overall by some divine miracle, Zeev Buyan. Then we have, and I'm just going to cruise through everything here because I just don't care. Then we get, oh, that's in the 3rd. Second round, Ryder Richie, big dog for you. Then they somehow snag Aaron Kiviharju late in the 4th round, followed then by Sebastian Seimone, Chase Wutsky, and Stevie Leskovar. What's your grade on the overall draft? Like, how do you think the Wild did, and where do you think they stack amongst the league for the 2024 draft?
I mean, I think I'd probably go A-, honestly. Like, I think they maybe left value on the board with the last 2 or 3. Maybe I still like this the Sebastian Seimone pick. When you look at that size of a defenseman, again, another right shot, which is always nice too, to add to this prospect pool. 4-way mobility, beats forecheckers easy. He's got a good first pass. So I think he played another guy that, like, with that size, that mobility, like, plays a very modern day game. Nothing like overly flashy, but like very reliable on his own end. He could be a potential like number 5. Maybe he's got 4 upside. Not a ton of offense, but you still like a guy with that size, the right shot defenseman that's that mobile. And I mean, again, that good at evading forecheckers, all that stuff. Couldn't tell you much about Wutsky, the goaltender. I've seen a few of the Red Deer games where he was in net. Then it's fine. Again, he was really good for them in the playoffs. That I do remember. And then they take the overager, Stevie Leskovar, who is just a fucking prick. So you're like one of the meaner defensemen in this draft. He's fucking huge. And he hurts guys. Again, I think he had like 13 points and like 100 and something penalty minutes this year. So it's kind of like a couple years ago, they had the, that would have been the 20, was it the 21 or 22 draft? When they took Nate Benoit in the 6th or 7th round, except Leskovar, again, overager, and he's probably even more mean than a kid like Benoit. So overall, I mean,
where is Benoit now? Because he left North Dakota.
Yeah, I can't remember actually where he ended up going. Where did he go? Actually, I still like him a lot. It's going to be a long shot whether or not he plays games, just given the profile of player he's done. So, oh no, I guess maybe he's still in the transfer portal.
Oh, maybe
because he barely played last year at North Dakota. They gave him credit for 19 games played. I don't think he actually played 19 games. Caden Petrie to Tampa in the 6th round. That's a nice pick. Alvin Sundin, one of my Swedes. To Edmonton from place for Frölunda. All right, what's Carolina about to do here? They're gonna. I bet this screams Zetterberg. Like I will be, or Zachy Crooks, another Felix Ungersor, who they already fucking have. They're gonna take one of my sons. I fucking know it. These motherfuckers.
They've gotta. Well, let's see. What does If Zetterberg is not selected by this time, you gotta think.
Well, they take another fucking Russian.
7th.
They took another Russian, 6'5", Roman Shokrin. They fucking love this shit. It's so funny to me.
Loco Yaroslav.
Is it Loco 76 or whatever? Loco Yaro, whatever.
Yep. Loco Yaro.
Like, he definitely is a guy that has sneaky skill, decent hands, but like spends most of his time just crushing guys. But has like legit skill. So a very, very Carolina pick, of course.
Oh. Well, I think we'll hang around for another 15, 20 tops. So if anyone has questions or anything they want us to cover, throw it into the chat. Otherwise, we'll just be following along with any trades or any picks that get made here in the meantime.
I'll probably just keep hanging through the 7th round, honestly.
You know what? You can do that.
I don't have any responsibilities.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I mean, you have like a family, you know, it's that doesn't count. Torrey Pittner to fucking Colorado 6th round. I didn't even know he was still available. It's a nice pick. All right, let's see what fucking dumb shit Boston does. Actually, Boston had a decent draft. I should stop talking shit.
Who's Jonathan Morello?
OJHL kid's got some pretty projectable skill set, 2-way center, good size. I don't know where is he going next year? Oh, yeah, he's going to Clarkson next year.
Wow.
Let's see, who are they taking? There's a fucking fly in my room. That's disgusting.
Urban, my kid cannot run yet. Don't worry. That is not what's happening. He's very immobile. But you should have seen the look on his face this morning when I told him we got Zeev Boyum at 12. Lit up.
What's that?
Oh, when I told Logan that we got Boyum at 12.
Hey, they took one of my Swedes.
He destroyed his diaper.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like this pick.
Loke Johansson.
All right. Big physical left shot D-man. Fucking hits hard. Very, very, very defensive. Playing the Allsvenskan this year. That's not a bad pickup at all. I don't know.
Nice. All right, we got a couple of questions here, more Wild specific. Flyer Voracek, who thank you, by the way, buddy. You've been on pretty much all of our streams. You are one of the diehards. Honestly, this was a fantastic draft for the Wild. Is there a real weakness in the prospect pool now?
No, I mean, like, this is what I've been saying, that like one of the things that makes the Wild's prospect pool so strong is you've got high-end guys at every single position, but even at every position, there's a real diverse skill set. Like, you've got like guys that are kind of like pure snipers, like you've got a potential sniper and a guy like Ryder Richie. You've got, I guess, again, I don't know if we count Husatinov as a prospect anymore. But I mean, like, even when you look at the centers, they've got a couple like big bottom 6 projected, most likely centers. Now you've got guys like Riley Height as well, who's just super high end, like 80, 90 point potential. You got like a Liam Ogre on the other side who can be a sniper, but also plays a really projectable 2-way game. Like, there's just so much diversity, like in terms of like a skill set at every position for them. The one area of weakness that you might say now is like goaltending, because it is Wallstedt. And now this kid, let's see. So that's probably the one area where like you're thin because you literally have like one guy that's projected to be a impact NHL player, but you also pretty fucking good. If you're gonna be thin and have like one guy that's really solid and projectable, the best goaltending prospect on the planet is probably a pretty good place to be. So I mean that's the thing with the Wild prospect pool that we've been saying for a while.
Is he decidedly better than Askarov?
Yeah, I mean, especially when you look at the like, yeah, I think Askarov's kind of stalled out a little bit. Like he hasn't been good I guess before the Russia thing happened. Like at the international tournaments too, he was not looking. But I mean, he was super young still. But I mean, he's been up and down in the AHL. Like he'll have periods where he's just stud. It's like him and Wallstedt, like the two guys. He'll have down periods, but I'd give Wallstedt like a pretty clear edge over a guy like Askarov.
Nice. Urban, correct. No more picks for the Wild. John Robinson jumping back in. What do you think happens with Wild waivers and free agent? Any hope in jettisoning the Duds? I'm pretty low on that likelihood.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean,
I think the team is the team by and large.
I'm gonna pull up. I'm not using Cap Friendly anymore. I'm using Puckpedia, another outstanding site.
Adapting.
Yeah, coping, I guess. Yeah, well, you got $6 million in space right now.
Is it that?
They're letting Mason Shaw go.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a bummer.
I was surprised they're not tendering Simon Johansson, the right shot D-man from Iowa. He looked really good in Finland the year before he came over. He's looked okay in the AHL, so that was surprising. I would imagine they definitely are going to let Kolakowski walk. Mermis. Be curious what they're going to do with Chisholm.
They got to sign him, dude. How do you not?
Yeah, he was so good.
He is your power play quarterback. He's going to be very affordable. Like that seems like the obvious, like no shit move.
Right.
I think the better question is John Merrill going in as our number 6, or are we going to find like someone else? Like we're assuming Spurgeon's not starting the year, right?
Yeah,
because that's also.
I don't think so.
By the way, you've also got to factor in that's why we have $6 million in cap space, because Spurgeon's on. Or is that not factored in?
No, I don't think that's factored. I think it is.
Bring it in. No, it's not. Nope, he is technically not LTIR right now. He's technically just IR because it's off season.
Right.
So that's good. So it could be even more space. Yeah, that's really the only thing that worries me is John Merrill having to play extended time. I'm fine with him as the 7 and a spot filler, but I don't want him to be playing regular.
It is crazy how he went from being like a pretty fine, like kind of just like did his job, had flashes of just like solid defensive plays, and then like the cliff was crazy. Like it was like unplayable. Like it was insane. And they still have to play both and Golgoski so often.
Dude, and I gotta say though, like I hand up when they signed the contract, I didn't hate it because he was playing really good hockey, and
I liked it.
A very fair deal, like a good thing for like a number 6 defenseman. He fell off the cliff so damn hard, like you said, that like I can't even remember having good feelings about him. And I feel bad because he seems like, for all accounts, he seems like an awesome.
He's the beauty.
I just like he has not had it since that one really good season. And by really good, I mean he was playing with like a ceiling of a number 4 defenseman.
Yeah.
This is though the final year of the big dollar buyout.
Love
like
that.
I'm worried that Billy's going to hit the free agent market after that season and just like pay someone stupid money because he's never known like what this is to have that much money to spend. Like,
dude, it's like you get your first job out of college, the paycheck hits your bank account, you're like, holy fuck, I am rich.
It's the NBA, NFL guys getting their signing bonus or whatever. The first contract they've ever gotten as a professional, and they go out and buy the stupidest shit. It's like, that's what Billy's gonna do.
Yeah, I love that. Kind of love that move. I'm gonna pull up 2025.
Kieran asks, think Guerin goes for any big fish on Monday? I don't see how that's possible unless it's via trade.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, it's like they can't. That was one of the guys I forgot to put onto the "Do you know who my dad is?" list. Lucas Van Vliet.
Oh yeah,
he just went. He just went to Vegas.
Hunter St. Martin.
Oh, that's not good. All right. Really? Oh,
I do think this would be an interesting thing too. At 140, guys that went just before, like Roberts, Burrows, whatever. Like, who are the guys that Judd was maybe hoping were going to fall? We won't know. I'm sure he won't divulge that to us, but we can try. We'll see. What if the Wild signed Vladimir Tarasenko to a 2-year, 4.5 AAV? How would you feel about it? I would not feel good about the AAV. What say you?
Say it again.
It's literally here on the screen for you.
I had Puckpedia.
Vlad Tarasenko to a 2-year deal with 4.5 AAV. How would you feel about it?
No, I don't know. I don't. I mean, even 2 years makes me nervous. Given the health history the past couple of years, pretty reliant on line mates to score. And I mean, even like Noah Steen, nice pick. That's an overager. That's a good pick.
1x3, 2x2 kind of range for me, probably.
Yeah, and I don't think he would take. You know what I mean? Like he's not taking a 1 year anywhere. So,
well, I mean, if he has to, but yeah, if anyone will give him term, he's going where the term is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like with that, taking that much of a chunk out of what they have, like even just again, the idea of Tarasenko, I like, but I just don't know what I'm going to get from him. Really, like, could be good, could not work at all. Like again, he would go through like 5-6 game stretch with Ottawa this year where he was looking good, then he would disappear for a while. Like if you're going to take that much of a chunk out of the little cap space you have this year to work with, I don't think, unless you're convinced it's going to work, or that you flip them. Like, I don't know.
Ooh, here we go. This is good from Flyer Voracek. After the 24-25 season, the Wild dropped the buyout penalties, and they have 11 picks in the next year's draft with Yurov and Height on the way. Billy is going to cook. No arguments here.
It's almost like I'm almost like scared. Like it's just a lot to be working with. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, it's like I don't like that. I love it and I hate it. It's scary. I don't like it, but I love it. It's crazy. I forgot they had that many picks.
I'm a fan.
All right. I swear to God, if I'll be somewhat surprised if no one takes a flyer on Zetterberg here.
One of the Detroit picks in the 7th has to be.
I mean, Tampa has 3 picks. They just they used one on, or that no, they have one left, I guess.
Yeah, Detroit still has 2, don't they?
1, 2. Yep.
So one of those. I'm earmarking it. Van Vliet. I forgot about that name. That's a great
one.
Joe. Connor! Holy shit. The San Jose pick. Yaroslav Korostelyov.
Mm-hmm.
Korostelyov. That's tough.
Plays with Ska.
We should do an edition of this next year where Isha is required to call all of the names of the players and be the one that actually pronounces them based on spelling and no additional help.
And his breakdown of the player.
No, I'm good with just the pronunciation.
Wait, Fibiger hasn't gone?
Yeah, is there an easy way for people to like see players that are still available? Like, is there a pool or is there like a rolling rank?
I don't know. No, I don't think on like the NHL site anyways.
Well, it's because the NHL site's pointless.
I know. Wow, there's a kid. Jakob Fibiger plays for Mississauga. Left shot D-man, super well, one of the better skating defensemen. I cannot believe he hasn't gone yet. Wow, that's crazy.
Wait, did Marino go to Tampa or
stay? Oh, and then right when I said it, Seattle takes him. That's a nice fucking pick.
Seattle doing work. Oh, I misread it earlier. Someone made it sound like Marino was going to Tampa.
Yeah, I was kind of confused when you were. I was like, wait.
I was very poorly. Okay, yeah. The posts I saw all read as if like they traded Sergachev to Utah and also got Marino from Devils. And I was like, wait. So is there like a three-way trade going on here? Whatever. Okay, so they got Sergachev and Marino. That's fucking dirty. Oh. Let's go daily face-off on this.
Oh, a possible assassin/hitman category. Buffalo at 204 takes Vasily Zelenov.
Vasily Zelenov. Oh, lame. Daily face-off slacking hard.
God, losers.
Big losers. That is just... For them, though, to now have that basically be their first pair, Marino and Sergachev. Jersey, second pair, not bad, with JJ Moser. Yusuf Valimaki, like, they'll be okay on the blue line, like, serviceable.
Oh, yeah.
I assume Aginla is not going to make the team out of camp.
No, he'll need it. He'll need a little bit of time.
Yeah. JJ Moser was part of the Tampa trade. Got it.
Is Max Swanson really not going to get drafted? That feels like a Tampa pick. Oh, nope. No, they go with a goalie. Here you go. Pittsburgh, 207. Maybe they'll do it.
Max Swanson. Do it. Make it happen. Are there any other names that you're like shocked haven't been called besides him and Zetterberg?
Oh, the Thomas, unless I missed it. Thomas Galvis. I've talked about him before. We had him early second round. Max Swanson, Pittsburgh. Look at that. Wow.
Sell me.
What a pick.
How excited should I be about that in the 7th?
High-end playmaker. Again, big knock going to be on the size. He's even smaller than Zetterberg, but I mean, he has literally every pass you could think of. He can pull it off, like hook passes, sauce, cross ice, stretch, doesn't matter. He can fit it through the smallest of fucking lanes. Again, just fucking dynamic playmaker.
This is not a porn stream, I promise.
You don't, yeah, that's good. See where the camera stops. But sometimes he's like, you can accuse him of maybe being a bit of a overpasser, maybe. But I mean, I think pretty much everyone that I know would have had him right around going probably like 100th. But like the playmaking is so fun. Like it's so fun to watch. Again, the problem, I guess, is just he's like 5'7", 160, maybe 150. But like legitimately just pulls defenses apart with his playmaking, passing abilities. Like it's incredible. Like he'll find lanes that you have you can't even see it, but he does. He can create them for himself. He's fun. Going to North Dakota.
He's going. Oh fuck.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know if I wanted to throw that in there yet.
Son of a bitch. Wait, where's Max Swanson from? Is he Dutch?
Max Swanson? He's from Alaska.
That's what I thought. I'm telling you, on the site right now, it's DEU.
That rocks.
Like what?
I love that. Well, wouldn't that be? Oh, wait, what? But usually it would, like, they don't do Deutschland. They would just do Germany if it's German. I love that they've got it DEU. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Someone took a screen. Was that me?
That was me.
Oh. Please don't let Montreal. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. I swear to God, if they take all of us, I'll piss myself. On purpose.
Naturally.
I shouldn't have said it. God, someone other than Carolina, I swear to God, if Carolina gets Thomas Galvish at 220th overall, I'll throw up. I was going to piss myself. Montreal took him.
They didn't.
I know. They took Makar, kind of a sneaky, funny name. St. Louis. Any of these teams other than Toronto and Colorado. Like, you know what, more than the hockey team themselves, I decided that I really hate Colorado because of their fucking broadcast team.
That's fair.
Like, they're so fucking annoying. Everyone loses their minds about like Zach Edwards. Like, have you ever listened to a Colorado Avalanche fucking like game ever? Like, it's insane. And Florida. Florida's bad too.
Hey. I like the Florida guy. Have you not seen his like compilations where I won't comment on the like play-by-play all game, but on the goal calls when he throws out movie quotes, that's my kind of guy.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. No, it's like, again, it's like anytime if there's like a big dirty hit, it's like he's like, oh, I didn't make any head contact there. It's like it's the only contact was like Kachuk's elbow at the other guy's face. I don't like, what do you?
So like there was one, I think it was like 10 years ago that he was like deep in his bag. I don't know how much he does it anymore, but it was always like a different like movie reference when a goal would be scored. And the one that sold me was, build me a bicycle, clown.
That's good.
That's electric.
That's good. You know,
I'll never say anything bad.
Top five. Sneaky top five color, possibly number one color commentary. Razor in Dallas. He is the funniest motherfucker on the planet. Like, when there's fights going on and like there's just every big punch. Oh! He's just screaming into the fucking. It's so funny.
Oh man, Detroit didn't do it. No Zetterberg. he might not be taken.
I know.
Sad. All right, Z, right now, take a second, private chat. Give me a sentence or two on Kiviharju. Go.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was like an hour ago.
Well, I know. I'm doing different things.
There must be so much that you need to do here in the 7th round. Andrew, there are only 7 rounds, so we're coming up on the end here.
Miroslav Shatan to Washington. So they took what? They're going full bloodline.
Yeah. Full bloodline.
No. They took Protas, fucking Hudson, Sakura, and Shatan. That's unbelievable.
Although Sakura's fake, but still.
I know, but it's still funny.
So funny.
Ooh, Eric Paulson. That's a nice fucking pick. 7th round.
Andrew, I'm not sure what this means. Anybody went to Utah yet? The location? Did they draft any players?
Best pick of the 7th round, other than Max Swanson, actually. Daryl's Juljanskis.
What a
Playing
name.
for AIK in Sweden. Big, fairly mobile, got decent offensive upside. Left shot D-man, Latvian kid. He's really, that's a nice fucking pick from Anaheim. God damn it.
Finish comment. Oh, Eric Paulson. Just saw that one.
Good pick.
Gopher boy.
It's a good pick.
I think Nashville took the other Gopher, didn't they? Now I gotta check. This website is a disaster. I hate the NHL so much. Oh, no, Nashville didn't get the other Gopher. They got Stiga. fool I am.
Christian Humphreys at 250. That's a nice pick too.
Utah been very busy. Yes, Utah has been doing work, rebuilding their blue line, bringing in Sergachev and John Marino. Spikes, you all right? I think that's directed at you.
Fuck you.
There we go. Appreciate you.
Oh, Toronto takes Sam McHugh. Fuck me. Come on. This is unbelievable. Fuck. Piece of shit.
Oh, we're losing Z. This could be the end of the stream here, folks. We've lost Z. If he doesn't jump back in here in a couple minutes, we are going to be calling it. Yeah, Z cross-checked into the boards. He's out of there. Oh, he lives.
That was a full crash. That was bad. Bad all around.
All right. It's
Oh my God. Great name. Bowerberry.
Bowerberry.
If your name's Bower.
That's Bradbury's kid.
Yeah.
North Dakota coach.
That's like if you're naming your kid Bauer, you know the first scene in Kicking and Screaming when he puts the soccer ball in the crib, goes, "You better be fucking good at this." He probably did that with a hockey puck. You better be good. That is also sneaky and outrageously funny line. Like, you better be good at this. Gives a fucking toy soccer ball to a baby. Ryerson Leanders.
Huh?
Great pick.
Who?
Ryerson Leanders, the Buffalo goaltender. Should have gone way earlier. Andrei Krutov to fucking Carolina. Another solid Russian pick. Surprised they didn't go for any of those sweets. And there it goes again. Unfucking believable. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to do that on my computer.
All right, you sticking around a bit longer here, Z? Because I'm about to drop off for adult duties. If he bounces out again, this might be the end, everybody. Hang on, this is going to be fun. We've got two Zs. Here we go.
I mean,
as you were freezing there, I was about to say, I'm jumping off here in a second. So up to you if you want to keep this running and shut it down yourself later, or if you're also jumping.
I'll probably keep it going for another 5-10 after, in case any Williams. Oh, that's a good pick. Any questions come up about draft overall?
Okay. Well, I'll let you keep riding.
I love Dallas's pick.
That's their second pick of the draft, so that's cool. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Jumping on last night, jumping on today. Another wonderful draft in the books. Z, I can only imagine you'll bounce in and out due to internet issues a couple more times, but good luck carrying forward.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Peace. See you guys.
Oh, it's crashing again. It's already doing it. That's great. Finn Harding to Pittsburgh. Nice pick. Of course, Hoppy jumps off right before that. 2 more picks. Let's see who it's gonna be. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is like a throwback to when I used to do this shit by myself. This is kind of blowing my mind right now. By the way, just get ready. Dallas made a really nice pick. William Samuelson at 222 overall, one of the best scorers in the J20 this season. I believe he's staying in Sweden. Oh, Rasmus Bergqvist, another Swede. Big defenseman to Montreal from Skellefteå. It's another nice pick. God damn it, we hate that. Here we go. Toronto, last pick of the draft. Who's it going to be? I don't even know how many people are in here still. Thank you, Andrew. It's very kind of you. Chris Tanev to Toronto. My God. Ugh. Their absolute dream. Of course, that happens. Someone take Zetterberg or Galvis with the last pick, you cowards. They're really going to make us sweat this one out, aren't they? There it is. Nathan Myers, another giant defenseman to Toronto from Spokane. Or sorry, not Myers, Mays. There you go. So that's the draft. Couple notable omissions, specifically Alexander Zetterberg from Sweden, tiny little playmaker. Again, skill and upside through the roof. Size, big problem. And I mean, I can't believe Tomas Galvish didn't get drafted. We had him early in the second round. Really solid two-way left shot defenseman, legit offense too. So I don't know why he wouldn't have got taken, but there you go. So that'll wrap up the 2024 draft. Let's run through the Wild again. Minnesota, again, worst possible grade you could give them is an A-, but the second you get Zeke Bulliam in the first round at 12th, that automatically kind of gives you just an automatic A+. So if the site fucking works. Again, how are they leaving out? Who did this? I need to know who did the fucking NHL site, because they should be fired immediately. I should have their job. All right, there you go. Zeev Bulliam at 12, Ryder Richie at 45, A+ picks. Eric Kiviharju at 122, A++ pick. Sebastian Soini, I'd give that one a B+. Chase Woodsky, need goaltending depth, was good for Red Deer, was really good to playoffs for them. Any goaltending depth's good. And Stevie Lescavar, the overager, one of the meaner defensemen in the OHL this season. Interesting option. There's definitely other players available with actual value. So either way, still give him an A when you walk away with Zeev Bulliam, Ryder Richie, and Aaron Kiviharju. Phenomenal work from Judd Brackett. Yet again, we're not surprised. I'm going to run through a couple teams here to see who else, what other drafts I really liked. Anaheim, real nice work with Seneke, Solberg, Pedersen, Masse, Precision, Smith, Blay, Bernovic, and I mean, those are all, that's another A to A+ drafts. Boston, with the limited options they had, again, I was crying because I liked the other options that were available, but at the same time, big swing on size, but all players have some upside there. Not a bad draft at all. Really like the Ryerson Linders late pick of the 7th, the Brody Zemer pick. Adam Kleber was a nice pick, and Constantinius for Buffalo. That's another really good draft. Calgary found really good late value all over the place, especially with taking Luke Misa in the 5th. We love that. Henry Muse at 74th overall, one of the better right shot defense in the OHL. That's great value. Andrew Basher, the second round, that's A+ value. Like that draft a lot. Carolina did the thing that they always do, aka trade back and just get insane value for late picks. Dominic Badinka, Nikita Artemonov, Noel Franzen, Alexander Suryatsky, Oscar Vuolet, Justin Poirier, Turmer Cole, Roman Shokrin, Fyodor Avramov, and Andrei Krutov all have NHL upside. Specifically, Franzen, Artemonov, Badinka, Vuolet, and Poirier. Those are legit prospects. I don't know how Carolina does this every year. And we look at Chicago, Lev Shunov, love that. Boyver, great player. Vanaker, great player. John Mustard, great player. AJ Spalacy, real nice pick for late in the 3rd, or I guess early in the 3rd. Jack Pridham, that's another good gamble. 3rd round there. Joel Svensson ripped apart the J20 for Vecbo this year, played with Alphonse Frey and Leo Shalin-Wallenius. So that's another really strong draft, like what Chicago did. Let's see. Colorado had quite a weird draft, but I like getting Christian Humphreys in the 7th round. Really like getting Troy Pittner in the 6th round. I like their late picks more than I like their early ones. Kind of a wild move taking Nabokov early in the 2nd round, but they do need goaltending depth in their pool, so understandable. Columbus, love Lindstrom, love Alec, love Gardner. Yep, they did it again. Really like their drafts. Dallas did well with their 3 picks. Let's see. Loved all of Florida's picks. LA made some interesting options. Montreal ripped, their 1st round. Insane. It makes me sick. I'm going to die. Whatever. It's fine. And Utah, just in ridiculously active 2 days in terms of the trades. And then you also bring in guys like Tisha Ginla. Love him. Super high upside. Cole Baudouin, super projectable game, big center, 2-way game, sneaky offense, love him. Will Skahan, a massive defenseman, solid player, love getting him at 65th overall. Another giant defenseman in Tomas Lavoie playing in the queue. Decent enough player. VD Vicen at 96 overall is ridiculous value. We had him as a first-round guy at the start of the year. Played the Pro League in Finland and looked pretty good. So very surprised that he fell at 96th. B Bear, really good player. Plays for Rogala in Sweden. Gabe Smith, Owen Allard, would love that in the 6th round. And I forgot they got the Ludvig Lafton fella from Färjestad also plays in Sweden. That's another nice pickup of the 6th round. Let's see. Washington, they might be the losers of the draft. That's a crazy draft. I think when you look at Washington's work here, the only guys they really didn't reach for probably are Hudson, Mugli, and Shatan. I mean, I really like the Mugli and Hudson picks, but everyone else they probably could have waited and got or traded the picks. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that'll do it for me. I think there's 3 people in here, but another draft in the books. We're on the 2025. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Everyone that was here for all 6 hours last night, you guys are the best. And I guess we'll see you next week for Judd'z Budz. Peace.